This is a redirect video for Assassination Classroom episode 6, 7, and 8. Links is always in the description below to go see my reaction to it. So yeah, click away now or be spoiled as to what happened in these episodes, and then come back here to see my full review, my full thoughts, my full ideas, theories, all the good stuff in the rest of this video, basically. So yeah, click away now or be spoiled as to what happened, and like I said, come back here to see my review after you see these episodes if you haven't already. So yeah, click away now or be spoiled. Okay, so yeah, this review might go pretty quick, depending, because episodes 7 and 8 were kind of just like going back pretty fast, and they were just like, yeah. Anyways, I loved 6 for what happened with the kids and everything. Or I should say the preschoolers, I guess they are. It was really cool to see Assassination Classroom E-Class like go about, like, you know, teaching them or attempting to teach them like all they know, kind of thing. And I think secretly it was kind of a bit for Cora Sensei to show up to students what it's like to teach instead of learn, because like they're you know, all about learning themselves and everything, and you know, they're not learning themselves, having Cora Sensei teach them so that they're used to that you know, aspect or whatever, but they themselves don't know what it's like to be a teacher. So I think it was Cora Sensei's like kind of spin on the whole situation to kind of have them, you know, go help the class, of course, because like the preschoolers, because of course they kind of in a way hurt their principal, whatever, the old man guy, which I think is Makarov. The voice is very familiar, but at the same time a little different on some of the little accents. So I'm wondering if it is Makarov, the dub voice for Makarov, if anybody knows. Regardless, yeah. So ultimately they were there to kind of just, you know, help out the class when their principal's gone. They built a new building the whole time that they were there. Taught the kids, hung out with them, carried supplies in, that kind of thing, with like food supplies. Helped the cat out of the tree. That was cool. I loved when they did that, when they did the whole explanation about, like, you know, the tree's preschool, and the higher up you go, like, you know, that kind of thing. And they had the two E-Class students, like, you know, one with his hands like this, and then one ran up to him and then like launched him up. The faces on the kids were awesome. They're just like, what? Kind of thing. It was awesome. Also, yeah, that little girl that was like obviously having a crush on Nagasa. That was pretty cute. I'm still wondering if we're going to see those kids again, or, you know, that kid that Nagasa helped out with the schooling and everything. I'm wondering if we'll see them again, kind of pop up at some point, kind of thing. Maybe like on one of the one-off episodes, or, you know, whatever like that. Really just to find out, because it did seem like they took a lot of time and effort showing not only just the class in general, but the preschool class, but they showed that girl that Nagasa was helping out a lot. So I'm assuming she got a lot of screen time, and as I'm saying. So I'm wondering at some degree if she's gonna come back later, or pop in and out of an episode every once in a while. They could say hi or whatever. But yeah, so I liked the episode a lot. It was really cool to see, like, what they can accomplish if they themselves are the teachers and the one responsible, kind of thing, of the, you know, in this case the preschoolers. I was gonna say a principal. Well, they were responsible for the principal as well too, but they were responsible for making amends for what happened to the principal. So yeah, 7 and 8 were all about the Reaper, which I didn't call like right away when we first saw like the flower guy, but when he was about to reveal himself as the Reaper, that was the point where I'm like, something's off. He's got to be like the one. I don't know what what was the purpose. Or no, sorry, that's not a wrong term. I don't know what tipped me off. He was the Reaper. It was mainly one thing. He was in their classroom, um, and I don't know. I just feel like I think what was going through my head. I was thinking like because we've never seen Reaper's face. We never saw anything about the Reaper whatsoever. And then this guy comes into their classroom that is not supposed to be there and starts talking to the kids like like nothing, and they're responding to him like nothing too, which was also pretty creepy. I think because like I think the whole thing was the Reaper walked into that classroom like what Nagasa was saying, like owning it kind of thing, like he deserves to be there, and all the kids just kind of went with it. Like the aura in the room didn't seem like strangers in the room. They think there's another person in the room, and they talk to him kind of thing. So that was pretty creepy. But yeah, it was like multiple things going on in my head, and I just like it popped up. Just I'm like, oh crap, he's the Reaper, and then all of a sudden he just like shows up in the middle of the podium and just reveals I'm the Reaper, and I'm like, oh. But yeah, so it was basically like yeah, like I said, mainly it was him showing up there, um because the only time we've seen him is when he saw the attack on the old man, um the accident or whatever on the old man. Um, I'm actually wondering if he orchestrated that whole event. I'm wondering if he made the old man go down that road on purpose, so that way the kids can like do it, whatever. But I don't know, maybe just to kind of get like a rapport with the kids, kind of thing. Like like, oh yeah, I'm the guy who helped out you guys with the old man. I was one who kind of called the responders kind of thing, the police, whatever, to come help. And then like from there gain their trust, and then like with the whole bit on episode 7, I think it's 7. When they got the bouquet of flowers, and everything, like they went back to him, or no, he was there, and he just kind of like overheard the conversation, revealed that he was the guy who helped him out, and then kind of helped out. Actually, no, that's actually interesting. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if um because the Reaper said himself that okay, well, we saw it also. He doesn't have a face, right? Like he's got like a skull face kind of thing, and he can put any face over it. I'm wondering, I'm wondering if the guy we first saw in episode 6, the flower guy who saw the whole thing and called the authorities to send help, whatever. I'm wondering if that was just the other guy, whatever. Think of that as just like flower guy, right? And then between 6 and 7, Reaper comes in, kills that guy, takes his face, puts it on his face, and he becomes the flower guy. So that way he can do a rapport with the kids and that kind of thing. I don't know, just kind of theories in my head running around. Um, that would be like insane. I don't know. I don't think if anything, I don't think the show will explain that, but that will be interesting to find out if either one of those scenarios would come into play. Either he caused the accident on episode 6 of the old man, or he killed the flower guy posing as him so that way he can gain rapport with the kids, so that way they would trust him, kind of thing, um, and get information on them, kind of that kind of thing. Even though I'm sure you can get information elsewhere, but yeah, that's like the things that run in the man. Anyways, regardless, so he coming in and revealing himself to the class and everything, basically saying that he took Irina. Um, at first we thought maybe against her will, but nope. That was full on like a plan. Like she was like Irina was like in this kind of like uh what's the she was distraught. She was like in this kind of weird mindset of like screw everything, because like uh Karasuma was like just flat out hardcore like ice freaking cold, saying like it won't work out, like kind of thing. Like he just totally screwed it up. Like kind of, I don't know, screw it. Not, he didn't screw it up, but in his way, he said that. But to us, it's like he screwed it up. But like to him, assassins and everything, they don't have to be all kind of like romantically involved and everything. Well, they shouldn't be in the assassin world. That's what he was kind of saying. But yeah, so him kind of just ice cold telling her off, and that messed with her mind so much, and she's kind of reverted back to her assassin ways, and basically chaos ensues. But yeah, so the kids decide to try to help Irina out because they think she's kidnapped, that kind of thing. They try on their new outfits, which are awesome. I love their outfits; they look really awesome. And apparently Irina helped out the costume design as well. So they get to this kind of bunker. Oh, so they're supposed to go alone or something like that to not tip off Koro Sensei, though them being in a bunker with no cell phone service tipped off Koro Sensei, so that kind of threw a wrench into his plan just right away. Then also the clothes, the Reaper never learned about the clothes, I guess, or the tactics of the kids or whatever. And it's funny enough, he never expected Karasuma to come in too as well. So all these different things that like he never planned for. Though I'm sure he has contingency plans. Like he was saying how he's a good improviser, so he kind of goes for one plan, and then if something kind of throws in a new element, he kind of weeds out a new plan kind of thing. But yeah, they go in there. The kids get caught. I love how they blow up the wall and get out immediately, and then they split up. Our group goes to go get Irina, and the other group goes off to just, I guess, explore or like find out where Reaper is, kind of thing. Reaper goes in to attack him. Nagasaki like having those really awesome drawn eyes and everything again, but ultimately didn't work because like Reaper's a badass and just hand-to-hand combat is like the best thing he does. So yeah, we learned in this episode, but you guys were telling me in the comments previously, I think 2 episodes ago or 2 reactions ago, the whole like slap thing is more so just a distraction mechanism kind of thing, like a loud clap. Kind of just sends a lot of signals to the brain, just paralyzing it, kind of thing. So I didn't know that was even a technique when I first saw it, when Nagasa used it on the big guy, to like the finale of season 1. But yeah, so Reaper used that on him. I'm wondering if he knew that Nagasa did that, and he's kind of just doing it again to show him that he's better at it. I don't know. It's interesting. Interesting. So yeah, we had a kind of back and forth with the kids and everything with Irina. Irina betraying the kids, all that stuff. They get put back into jail. Karasuma and Koro Sensei, they show up. They get trapped. Long story short, basically, they get trapped with the kids, or except Karasuma. Karasuma isn't caught, but he's outside. Whole battle with Karasuma and Reaper take place. They run off into the sunset. Not sunset, but they run off to go battle in the hallways and stuff. Irina follows her, or follows him. Oh yeah, I'm off the place. Reaper sacrifices Irina to slow down Karasuma. And a little bit of lovey-dovey kind of romance stuff with Irina and Karasuma, kind of getting her back in the mindset that she needs to be in, kind of thing, helping out. And then the whole battle with Karasuma and Reaper was awesome. But yeah, that like kind of revealed that he has like a wicked face, because they kept showing like this kind of half kind of thing throughout the episode. I think at two parts, 3 parts. I think there's 2 to 3 times in the episode in these 2 episodes. That kind of shit kept showing like a half kind of thing. So like this half of his face was all like, the skeleton kind of face like he shows underneath. And then one of them showed a bunch of snakes and kind of like weird kind of stuff to show him that he's evil kind of thing. But this was the episode that we actually got to see his true face. And then I guess Korra Sensei using his tentacle to kind of pump tomato juice like through his body, so it seems like he got shot. I was thinking about Reaper's finger gun. It's a true finger gun. But I'm wondering how he reloads that. Like, does he have to like kind of rip into his finger and like put a bullet in and then like sew it up again or whatever? I don't know. This is weird stuff. But yeah, it was over way faster than I assumed. I would have thought like he would try to go up against Korra Sensei himself, and then Korra Sensei like doing something to overpower Reaper. But it was all kind of Karasuma's like battle. It was all about him like in a way it was him showing that you can be an assassin and still have like feelings, kind of thing. Like because he was saying before how like or I guess it was assumed more so that assassins shouldn't have relationships, kind of that kind of thing, or feel anything. They should just like have like a cold heart and just do the job, kind of thing. But this episode kind of showed that the feelings, if the feelings are strong enough, kind of thing, you can overcome anything in a way. And it drives you to like succeed. So yeah, I think it was a pretty good episode. Or group episodes, I should say. I really liked episode 6, but 7 and 8 was really awesome as well. So yeah, had a lot of fun with it. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in next week for 4 episodes, including the opening and yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading the bit with what David put on here. Yeah, so just the opening. All right, cool. Yeah, or the opening. Just hit whatever. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week for some more Assassination Classroom. Take care, everybody. See ya.